Beautiful, beautiful deep divers of planet Earth. Another beautiful day. I hope you're taking care of yourself, deep divers. I woke up like this, all magical and shit. Just let's breathe, deep divers. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. What are we doing? Raising the frequency. What else? Raising the vibration. Shout out to all of you wonderful deep divers. Sprinkling that good ass energy on you right now. Take that. Take that. Just take all of it, deep divers. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers. Another beautiful day. I really do hope your day is going good. I hope you're in good spirits, good vibrations. I'm in a great mood. Why? Because I chose to be. I'm FaceTiming you right now, deep divers. If you are watching this video, this is your confirmation. You are being prepared for something monumental in your life. Trust the process and know that it is all about to go in your favor. Like I wake up, deep divers, knowing the whole universe is conspiring to help me achieve what I desire. And so it is. Now, deep divers, I want to talk to you today about the coming population collapse. We got a whole lot to talk about. Become your greatest version. Knowledge is power. When we take a look at the world, a lot of people are like, gosh, Ralph, there are so many people on the planet, right? But what if I told you there's actually a coming population collapse? And we're going to talk about it. We're going to dive into it, what we can do about it, and what this means for civilization as we know it. We got a whole lot to talk about, deep divers. Even the cat down the road knows that. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? So let me tell you this, deep divers. I was someone who was always like, gosh, there are so many people on the planet. And we sometimes feel this, right? That the population is increasing and increasing and increasing, but actually, no, the opposite is happening. So you've had people like Elon Musk saying humanity is in grave danger because in the next 20 years, it could see massive population decline, and it is a bigger threat to civilization than even climate change, right? There's been a lot of talk of that. And I'm going to dive into why it's happening, what we can do about it, and where humanity is heading. I told you, we're living in a whole new world right now. So literally came across this article, right? And let me read it with you, deep divers. Inside the birth rate crisis gripping the West. On November 15th this year, the global population is expected to reach 8 billion. Now that's a whole lot of people, deep divers, right? The United Nations predicts it could grow to about 8.5 billion by 2030 before peaking at 10.4 billion in the 2080s. After that, and some predict it will happen 20 years earlier, the world's population will start to fall. And this is what I want to talk to you today about, deep divers, because a lot of people don't realize that even though it seems like the population is growing, it's actually going to come to a grinding halt by the end of the century. And the population is going to start to decline all over the world. In fact, in some countries they are paying people to have babies, right? And there was a study I came across saying like China's population right now is 1.4 billion, right? That's huge. But by the end of the century, many studies show that it could be as low as 587 million, right? That's crazy, a crazy drop, right? So we got to remind ourselves, deep divers, we're living in a whole new world. And there are many reasons why the population is dropping. A lot of people are choosing simply not to bring children into this crazy ass world, right? And that's fair enough, because let's face it, the world is crazy, right? A lot of women are saying, actually, I don't want to give birth in this world where people are having wars and all kind of things, right? People are choosing not to. But also, there's been a breakdown of the family unit by design, and we're going to come to that later. So let me tell you this, right? There's a huge, huge crisis, right, in Europe. Fertility crisis, right? The coming population collapse. The truth will set you free, deep divers. A global birth rate crisis, right? And this is happening especially in the West. People are no longer having children like they used to. And this is affecting the whole economy, the whole way of life in society for a lot of the West. And they're saying that the only place that the population is going to keep growing to the end of the century is Africa. But everywhere else, population is going to decline, right? So check this out. Fertility rate jaw-dropping, right? Fertility rate jaw-dropping. Global crash in birth rates. Less children are being born, deep divers. Check this out. Falling fertility rates mean nearly every country could have shrinking populations by the end of the century. And 23 nations, including Spain and Japan, are expected to see their populations halve by the end of the century. 2100, right? In 1950, check this out, deep divers, women were having an average of 4.7 children in their lifetime. Researchers at the University of Washington's Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation show the global fertility rate nearly halved to 2.4 in 2017, and their study published in the Lancet projects it will fall below 1.7 by 2100. Now that's crazy, right? So we're seeing that fertility rates are dropping, and it's happening, especially in the West. And it's been happening because I always tell you, when a fire has consumed everything, the only thing left for the fire to consume is itself. We're now seeing that the way we have been living on the planet is no longer sustainable. But not only that, not only is it not sustainable, it's impacting people's choices and decisions to actually bring life to this planet, right? So when you take a look at this, deep divers, take a look at this, which I came across. And this is huge because this really shows how so many people, right? January 2021, okay, deep divers, that was like, we've already had 1 year of COVID, but okay. January 2021, Europe for the first time saw a 14% drop in the birth rate. Study links COVID lockdowns to birth rate drop in Europe. Okay, so Europe saw a 14% drop in the birth rate in January 2021 compared to previous years. And the study linked COVID lockdowns to birth rate drop in Europe. So all of those things which were happening affected and influenced the birth rate in Europe, right? And the whole world. So like I told you, deep divers, this has been happening, and we got to remind ourselves over the last few years, with so much happening, a whole new way of life, it affected people's mind state. It affected people's way of seeing the world to say, wait a minute, do I really want to raise children in this crazy ass matrix, right? Now, why are people choosing not to have children? Why is the population declining? The coming population collapse. Why is this happening? Well, let me tell you this, as a psychologist, as a counselor, as a multidimensional being having a human experience, it's happening for a few reasons. One of the biggest reasons why it's happening is because many people are choosing not to have it, choosing not to bring life to the planet because they're seeing what the planet is turning into. That's number one. Also, people are moving more into the metaverse. People are not so concerned about people like they used to be. You know, have a family. It's beautiful, right? Well, a lot of people are caught up. They don't want to have a family. They want to go into the metaverse. They don't want to have a family. They want to spend all of their time on Instagram and TikTok and staring at a screen. So connection is changing. Before, back in the day, ladies, fellas, people used to write each other love letters. When was the last time you got a love letter? I'll wait. I said, when was the last time you received a love letter, deep divers? I'll wait. Right? I received one a few years ago. A lot of people don't get those anymore. And it's a breakdown in communication, a breakdown in real connection. And that's why I always tell you, make sure you're connecting with real people, because a lot of people are only connecting with people virtually. And this is the reason why you're seeing the coming population collapse, because many people are not interacting with people. We are social beings. But not only that, like I told you, this study was huge, right? January 2021, Europe, for the first time, saw a 14% drop in the birth rate compared to previous years. And the study linked COVID lockdowns to birth rate drop in Europe. So we got to remind ourselves that that's another reason. And the way forward is to resurrect the family unit. That's the way forward, to resurrect the family unit. We have to resurrect the family unit. And we do this by bringing love back. I told you, they control the frequencies in the matrix. And the frequency, the dominant frequency, is to make sure that you're always on a low frequency, a low vibration, separation, that you don't come together. And even the music has changed, right? A lot of people are on demon time. I always tell you, you got to be on angel time. Slow motion this side. And you got to be on love time. You see, once upon a time, people made love to Isaac Hayes' music, the Isley Brothers music, right? Marvin Gaye. There was soul music, but all of a sudden, the frequency of the music changed. And it was more about killing each other, violence, hypersexualization. And this is the reason as well why the population is declining, because people have moved out of the heart space, right? We got to remind ourselves, deep divers, we're living in a whole new world. And I always say, take this and pay attention to the coming population collapse. You know, I'm going to do my part and raise a whole African village, so you don't have to worry about that. But it's coming, right? A lot of people, especially in the West, are choosing not to have children. A lot of women say, I don't need a man, right? Rise of feminism. All of these are contributing factors. A lot of men as well are not choosing to be fathers. People say, hey, I just want to travel and see the whole world. Whatever you want to do is your choice. But you got to remind yourself, there is a coming population collapse, which you have to be aware of, because it's happening, right? Soon, there may not be any human beings left. There might be only AI. Maybe, who knows? This is the agenda from the inorganic ones to make sure human beings stop reproducing. So all that's left is AI and the metaverse. So we got to wake up, deep divers, and then just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? Beautiful deep divers of planet Earth. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, deep divers. Share the video. And let's breathe. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Go and check out the new book, Deep Divers, for more powerful, life-changing information that can help you become your greatest version. Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/the book. Also, go and get the good ass prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes and spreadshirt.com if you're in America. Deep divers, they tried to bury us. They forgot we were seeds. Remind yourself that right now we got to take a close look at what's happening. And what's happening, a coming population collapse is what's happening. And we got to remind ourselves to bring back love, bring back the family, and let love guide us, not fear. Deep divers of planet Earth, I love all of you. Shout out to everyone who's here, everyone who's diving deep. One love, one love, one love, one love. Peace.